So although playing is great, but okay, but we are working. So I'm not gonna reinforce that. Come. Perfect. And the only reason he is in the pinch collar is just because I want him to get used to it and stop shaking. Come. I didn't release you. Good. Okay. He wants to run. See, he's still shaking, and that's why I'm doing all this. He's not used to this, so that's the reason why it's there. I will tell you completely opposite what to do when I get to you. He wants to go poop, so he can. Personal time. So it's great to work him when he's in that mood, playful and everything, but although he is playing, you will still need to have we still need to accomplish what we set up to do, because the time that he's going to disobey you will be when he's in drive, like prey drive or whatever, or he is in a playful mood. Come. Good boy. Good job. Perfect. Okay. So nothing wrong with this. And please make sure that when he's in that kind of mood, you are playing with him, because it does matter. I'll let him. Go. Good job. Good boy. I was letting him like sniff and get into it. Okay, come. We're not leaving yet. Good. Okay. That's my baby. Yeah. Good job. I don't know what's happening to my phone. Good job. Huh. I don't know. Okay. Something looks like it's happening to my phone. I don't know. But I don't stop these videos, so I'm hoping that's gonna work. I don't know. I don't re-record videos. I want to keep everything authentic. Come. Yeah, big baby. Good job. Okay. So sometimes when phone does something stupid, I still have to videotape, because I really don't want to change anything. I don't re-record them, because the problems that I'm gonna have, you're gonna have. So if there are problems during the filming, then I'm showing you how I come. Good job. I show you how I'm fixing it. So that's why I'm only doing authentic. Okay. And this is just phone got in some kind of. So basically, I don't really see anything on the screen. That's my issue. So I'm hoping it's recording. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Okay. Come on. job. Yay. Good job. Good job, big boy. I hope they can see you. Okay. All right, babe. Butterfly. Was it the... So, when you were walking with him, right? Anywhere you walk, he should be in a general vicinity. Okay? So, he can be absolutely free, but I should be able to see him anywhere that, you know, I go. Okay? So, you see all this vegetation I have? So, if I have to turn around, it's his job. It's not my job to call him. It's his job to follow me. Okay? Absolutely his job. And if he's not doing his job, I will correct him. But the point of this is that he consistently have to have you in mind. He can't just go around. Now, he will go and sniff. He will go do his own things. It's no big deal. You see him doing this even far away. As long as I can see him and I can see things around him, because, you know, there could be something behind that I don't know about. So, see, as long as I can see him and he thinks we're going this way, if I go this way, this is my right, and he needs to, see, turn around and do just that. So I'm not going to spend too much time doing this because he is very good at this, and we spend a lot of time. It's more important for you to have other videos, but that's the point. And if I stop here, he needs to be in the vicinity of me, so he can't go too far. He can go again where I can see him, but he cannot be going too far out. That's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, cannot be going too far out. So we're gonna see. Again, I can see him. Very good, yes. So that's very good. And he can be right here. I don't care where he is. So he doesn't have to, and there you go. And if I'm still standing here, that's basically what he needs to be doing. And he can check all of these things around. I don't care. But he can't just go somewhere I can't see him. Now, how they know that, if he turns around, if he's checking with me and he's not where, if he doesn't see me, then he needs to go find me. That's, again, his job. So that checking up, good boy, that checking up on me, that's the thing that's very, very important. And I can pet him, I can give him some treats, I can pet him, whatever. So, yeah. So he cannot move you. So he cannot say, hey, let's go there, let's go there. He needs to wait until you are doing this. And if he is sitting or down or whatever, I will actually reinforce him more. Now, this is, again, I don't have to do it, but I do this for the video. Or while we're sitting here, he actually, when they were playing, he actually scratched his leg. Here it's a scratch. There's nothing here, and it's already healed up. So, I mean, this wasn't anything here serious anyway, but it's totally healed up now. He was just, he didn't step right, and then, yay! Yeah, scratched himself up. Good job. It's just the skin off. Wasn't even bleeding, right? We just scratched it. So again, and that is also great, right? This is also fantastic and great. Fantastic. And if I start walking, It's his job to go with me. See, I didn't say a word, did I? Come on, baby. What he liked to do before is he liked to lead you or be in front of you, which is blocking. Body blocking. He'd done a lot of body blocking when he was first couple times with me. And again, anywhere I go, that's just that. I don't micromanage him, but this is something he absolutely has to do. He can't have a choice to go over there if I'm right here. Make sense? And we will also discuss how he's going to be with the family. Because he cannot be just following each and everybody all the time and just freak out, where's everybody going? Because in a dog family, pretty much everybody stays kind of together. So having said that, a lot of dogs have a lot of anxiety if they don't know what to do when mom goes one way, dad goes another way. So we'll discuss that and make sure you know how to handle this, because this is partially also why he have anxiety. Because when when the dogs are with the family, they kind of go all together. So they're not really like go in different directions. So I think you understand this. I think we're done with that. So again, I don't care if he's doing this. It's just at some point he needs to realize that I'm leaving, and so this is a whole field, and he can be anywhere I can see him or I want him. So you can set up the perimeter however you want it if you're walking, or you have a set perimeter in the places where you are often, like in your house, in your yard. You know, the rules could be consistent. So I would create a one spot. Now in this case, I just created random close spot right here. And we're not going anywhere until he relieves himself first. And if I know he has to go poop, let's say in the morning, or let's say, you know, he didn't poop during the day, and I know he's gonna poop in the afternoon, right? So he need to eliminate himself. So as of right now, he's been home for 4 hours. I know that he needs to pee and poop, okay? Just because he pooped in the morning early, and right now is, I don't know what's right now is, but he has not pooped since the morning, okay? And it's late afternoon. So he absolutely need to eliminate himself. Now, he's gonna refuse in the beginning to eliminate himself right away, okay? He's gonna try to get you to walk. He's gonna try to do all that. So that's where your issues are all coming up. He needs to learn, and that can take some time. But I am not going to, now he's on the leash because I have it too big of the yard for him to, you know, and especially if you're taking them out up front, or I don't know what your situation is, and I really don't care, because let's say you're going to be in a hotel or somewhere else where you only have this spot. You know what I mean? So he is not going anywhere. He's not doing anything until he actually relieves himself. And that might take the time in the beginning, but it's been really long time to start with. I mean, I spent over an hour here in the beginning, because especially the second time the poop, because he doesn't want to poop here. He wants to poop somewhere else. But the problem is, if he's not learning to poop here, then anywhere else he can be distracted. There could be no place to actually fully eliminate. So this is what you need to work on during your, you know, when he comes home. If you skip that part, well, some days you might have incidents. Now you see he's stressing out. He doesn't want to poop here. Now I specifically show it to you in about 2 weeks prior for him, leaving, because he's gonna get better, but I don't want him to get better right now. I want you to see that he is struggling, and he will be struggling, and that's already taken 3 minutes. Okay, and all I'm doing is I'm not allowing him to leave until he thinks about what he needs to think about, because this dog thinks about anything but what he should be. And yes, he's stressing out again for no reason, because he wants to go poop someplace else, but that someplace else could have distractions or whatever. So he gets better every time. Come on, let's go. Poopy. Come on, go Poopy. Let's go. He knows what he's supposed to do. He just don't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it here. He wants to do it anywhere in the yard where this. But again, this is ideal. Come on, let's go. Go Poopy. Come on. And I might actually do this circling thing. Come on, we're not going over there. Let's go. Come on, just go a circle. Good job. Go in a circle. You're good. Come on, go in a circle. Let's go. We're gonna go in a circle. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna poop. Even if it takes 15 minutes, I'll be here. So the more you do this, then faster he's gonna do it. And see, he creates problems all by himself because he wants to do what he wants to do. But come on, let's go. Let's go. Or you're not stuck up. Let's go. Good boy. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Go on. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. You're gonna be pooping here. And again, this is not like a morning poop. Morning poop is easier. Come on. Because he has to go more. But I didn't want to show you an easy peasy dog because that's what you're going to expect. And I don't want you to expect that. He's not easy. He's anything but easy. Now again, this is a made up. He has a lot of made up issues. Come on. Let's go. Well, I will show you many of them. But these self-made up issues cannot be dictating to you. Come on. Let's go. The more you move him in a circle, the faster he's going to go. But he doesn't want to. It's afternoon poop, so he doesn't really have to go. Come on. Let's go. Sorry. He wants to go in the shade. He wants to go over there. He wants to poop. But it's unpredictable. Come on. You create it once. Like my dogs will go pee and poop anytime I ask him, even if they don't want to. Then they will kind of say, hey, I don't want to. But they think about it and they have a physiological response on it. So they always want to do this. So again, how crucial is that for you to spend time on it? Maybe not that crucial. But if you spend time with it, all his life you will appreciate that. Absolutely all his life you will appreciate. Come on, let's go. Yeah, deal with the leash, you fine. Good job. Let's go. Good boy. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't care. You're going to go, Poopy. Let's go. Go on. Come on. Yes, we're gonna Poopy. I don't care. Let's go. Again, you might waste some time. First, maybe, I don't know, in an adult dog it could take up to 3 months or more. But you will get him to do it. See? I mean, yes, it's 7 minutes, but very good. But it's 7 minutes. However, this is 7 minutes that the best of the, things that you never will have to deal with whatever. You can travel with him easily, because some dogs will take 2, 3. Good boy. Okay. So every time he comes out, he chose a spot, which is, I really just, you know, figure out, and I did all this time, I did different types of spots because he had a problem with each and every spot in the beginning. So it's got faster as I generated spots. So in the first spot, it used to take us for, over an hour to poop on the first spot in the morning. Now it's under 5 minutes on every spot, and I will rotate the spots in order to, just generate new spots for him. That is extremely important for you, because he basically has two major reasons why I think he went to the bathroom in your house. And the first one is he's very uncomfortable going in the bathroom anywhere that he's not 100% familiar. He doesn't know what the dog traffic is. It's extremely hard for him to do it. So having said that, it's extremely, come on baby, it's extremely hard for him to eliminate everything, because he's consistently in the running away mode. And if he hears anything and it stops him, it's horrific. It's literally, he just, sometimes even he pees, but it's so fast because he's just trying to get away. And he also doesn't want his scent everywhere, because it's really important for the dog not to leave bunch of scent around himself when he's that worried about being. It's not his territory. So now he has a territory now. With you, he does. So once you figure out the spot, it's going to be the same spot where you're going to make him go to the bathroom without him actually going out and walking, before he goes. Now, this is, again, I'm not going to let him all the way to the fence. I am creating, and look at that. It's under 2 minutes. This is how now he chose that. Now I'm going to keep both of these videos, the 7-minute one and this one, because it's important for you to see the progress. It's very important for you to also understand that if you don't do those things, and this is also done in the afternoon. He's a good boy. Who is the baby? Those are very important. He's a good boy. Okay, now we're gonna run. Let me unhook you. Okay, let me unhook you. Come here. So we have this crate here that is, we don't use it all. This is a emergency crate. And the reason why I have emergency crates pretty much on every side of my house is because this is a big area, and sometimes we see snakes, sometimes we see I had instances before that other dogs jumped the fence and were in my yard. We can have all kinds of things. We have been in the yard before. So a lot of times when you work with a dog and then you turn around and there's something happening, so we're making sure that I always have a crate to put the dog in and go deal with whatever it is I need to deal with. However, so we're gonna put him in here, and we're gonna talk about the whole crate training. He loves the crate. He absolutely adores the crate, and he sleeps deep and nice in the crate. So again, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about couch privileges. We'll talk about your bed privileges. I will talk to you about all of this. You have to just listen and hear what I have to say. And then, if you're not gonna follow my advice, you might run into problems. Maybe not right away, but maybe later. So we absolutely need to talk about this and discuss it. So everything that is a privilege, he has to earn it. And that might be a time-wise, it might be behavioral-wise, it might be all kinds of things. I will talk to you about it. So we'll see if, let's talk about the crate here. Okay. In. Come on, let's go in your house. in your room. Okay. All right. Oh, 1 second. Let me take the thing off. When he's going off, we're obviously gonna take this thing off. Okay. Here we go. And this is gonna, don't put anything on the crate, obviously. Now, just because the door is open doesn't mean that he can get out. Just because if anything is open, so I'm gonna put him in. I'm not gonna even. He is actually really comfortable in the crates. So now he is like the best in the crate, meaning that he's just, not only that he doesn't care, he loves it, he sleeps in it. And the only time that he gets excited to come out, he might make a mistake as far as his behavior goes. But as far as going in and doing whatever, he absolutely adores the crate. Now, as far as crate training, okay, this dog 100% needs supervision. So when he gets home, if nobody is watching the dog is in the crate. Now, it could be 8 hours a day. It could be whatever hours a day. Now, if you're cooking and you're not paying attention to the dog and you're not telling the dog what to do and you're not working with the dog needs to be in the crate. This goes for same thing. If you're really into something, if you're really in the phone conversation, if you're really into whatever, you're not watching the dog. So the dog can go and chew something. I don't even want to hear that. You know why? Because you're not watching the dog. So this is all about, you cannot have a conversation with these things, right? So this is not a teaching moment as far as, oh, we're just going to have a conversation, he understood and we're done. No, this is experience. He needs to get experience of being said no to everything he wants to chew in your house. Same thing was in my house. If he wanted to do something here, this is what he's going to be told no. And actually not the no with a language, but the no with a correction. And he would leave it alone. And a couple days, he will not try it again. He will try other things. So try and error. Basically, that's how they are learning, right? So his intelligence level is F, 2-year-old child. Now, for some reason, people have absolutely understanding that 2-year-old child needs to be supervised and it's not safe for them to be unsupervised in the house or anywhere for that matter. But with the same intelligence level and being at 100 times faster and pretty much, you know, I mean, they can bite, they can chew, they can, I mean, all kinds of things so that they run away, they can do whatever, right? But for some reason, with the same intelligence level, people cannot understand that freedom hurts the dogs. I don't understand why this is a thing. But it is a thing. So no, he's not learning anything when he's free by himself in your house. Another thing is, you know why he likes the crate? Because crate, it's something that he does not have to think twice about. He is secure, nothing can get into him, nothing can hurt him, and he's safe and sound. In your house, he's not. You think you are. He's not safe in your house. There's too many things. There's too many noises. There's too many windows. There's too many openings. There's too many doors. There's too much stuff. There's people coming in and out. He cannot grasp the whole house. Having said that, he cannot relax. Having said that, this is where the anxieties are and the chewing crap and everything else. He doesn't even want to chew in my house. You know why? First of all, he's working. Second one, he's supervised. And he is totally wiped out by me exercising him and working with him. So and there's no way that he is stressed. So he's not stressed. He's only stressed when I make him stress, when I work on the different things with him. And when I work him, yes, he's going through the stress, and you have to, because he had absolutely no ability to handle any kind of stress. So he just, flight was his only path. Now he can actually deal with it a hell of a much better, and it's your job to continue with, the stressful situation. So this is the dog that is absolutely positively happy to be in a crate. If you see any of other of my videos, like I don't know how many freaking videos I have and how many dogs I trained, most of them are not as comfortable as he is. This is security. This is total security. He can sleep, he can rest, there's nothing needs to be there. And there should be nothing in the crate to chew and nothing in the crate to do anything. So when you're not supervising him, crate and sleep, and he will do that. Okay? Dogs need to sleep much more than humans do. So most of them need to have at least 18 to 20 hours of sleep. And people who are consistently dragging their dogs everywhere and doing whatever stuff with them everywhere without the rest have a very restless dogs that are more look like junkies, dopamine junkies we call them, than anything else, because they cannot self-soothe because you don't give them time for it. So I hope you understand this. This is not a punishment. This is not anything negative. This is the most positive things he have ever had. He has his own room. Again, people don't deny their children have, the children want to have their own room, and people's like, oh, I gotta give them, their own room. And then there's a dog. Well, let's just keep the dog everywhere. So the dog has no personal space. How is that good? It's not good. So your dog is happy-go-lucky, to go relax. And between that you're dealing with him and you're not dealing with him, this is the dog that you have. Perfectly happy. Now, let's come back to the crate. So I want to have this in this because you are going to, if you have problems in your house, this is why. Because sometimes if you're going to think with your heart and not with your head, and you're going to feel sorry for him for no reason whatsoever, this dog won a lottery with you. So you have to treat him like he's going to be a spoiled brat, and you already spoiled him. Before I got him, all he was is a spoiled brat. And again, the second he entered your world, or you entered his world, he won. He is safe, secure, fed, all his needs are met. So the only way that your love is going to lead to is spoiled brat that's going to have mental issues, as anxieties, as all kinds of stuff. So understand, your dog is a winner. Your dog does not need to be treated like a, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. I mean, victim. There you go. So the victim mentality actually drives more dogs to being rehomed or euthanized than anything else in this country, because it's all about the victimhood. He's not a victim. He's a winner. He's won the lottery. Okay. So let's come back to this. I just want to have this here because those are the issues I see you having with him. All right. So let's see. So when I open this crate, so I'm going to open this crate. Okay. He can't just come out. Now it's in the morning. It's during the day. I don't care how long he's been in the crate. He's not going to be lying down like this maybe, but he cannot come out. Okay. So. Okay. He's a good boy. Okay. Good job. We're done. Whee! Okay. Go out. But he loves it. You love it, don't you? He's a good boy. Are you going in the house? You want to go in the air conditioner? Okay, we're going to go in there. Let's go pee and then go in the air conditioner. Down. Good. Oh, good job. Good job. So, impulse control. Very important to practice with everything that he likes and everything he doesn't like. So the base of this exercise is literally the fact that if I'm telling you to lie down and your job is to trust me, and that's how you build the trust. Every time that, now he hasn't seen this since the evaluation, he doesn't like it, you see that? But I did tell him that he needs to lay down and not move. 1 second, let me just put it this way. So, and that means that even if he is not liking this, he has to listen. Now, the more stuff that you're going to, yeah, you survived. The more stuff that you're going to introduce him to, right, then better your relationship with him is going to be. Okay, why? Because every time he learns that, yes, I was feeling completely not happy with the stuff, but my mom or dad told me that I will be okay with this. So, see, not happy dog, but listening, because he's never gonna understand this world. So having said that, he absolutely needs to trust me with a judgment. And every time you will do something like that, every time that you are going to work through something, it's going to be easier and easier, and he's going to trust you more and more. He doesn't like that, and that's okay. Same thing with the toys, same thing with everything that he loves. You need to be able to control his impulses to either start playing or run away from stuff. So that's what's called impulse control. I'm going to go put this away. That is the very important and the base of your relationship. That's how I built the relationship with him really quickly. Now, he already knows how to build this relationship with a human. So all you're going to do is to create these situations for yourself and make sure that you're giving them the opportunity to, how you call it, to practice with that. So no matter how much I don't like or dislike stuff, if my dad or mom put me in a position, then they know that I'm safe. So I'm supposed to be safe, and I will be safe. So now we're gonna go with the toys. See how he's body relaxing because he was stressed with that thing before. So now you can see the total body relax. And just because this is fun also doesn't mean, that he can get up and follow any of this. Very good. I'm gonna go reinforce him. So yes. Okay. So none of this means that I can get up and start playing. So we're all about playing. However, you need to initiate play. Absolutely, you need to initiate play. You do, okay? Not him. He cannot be initiating this. He cannot be making this, a thing. So I'm all about playing with a dog. I play with my dog all day long. But my dog knows that they can try to engage with me, like say, hey, I want to play. I will say no, and then I will restart to play at my convenience. It's very important. Why? Because when it matters, let's say you guys want to, do something, and you want to call him from something. He's like, well, you know what? I initiate play right now. So if he can initiate play, he can do it in the middle of the road. Okay, he can do it with cars coming. He can do it at most inconvenient times, where with me, I say, no, I am initiating play. And sometimes I allow you to play, but most of the time, I'm the one who's starting it. So again, this is not an important thing with, let's say, dog that you raised and that you, whatever. This is not a rule to a dog you have no problems with. However, it's a very serious rule for him, because his biggest issue is he can survive without you. He knows that. Now, he would rather be with you or rather be with legs. This is what I figured out. If there's legs and he can follow it, he will follow the legs. So it's not really you or me or whatever. So to make us different, we need to make sure that we build a very, very strong relationship. And again, play, I don't care if you play all day. I can care less. But it needs to be you who initiate that play. Okay? And where you see the collars, you see a pinch collar on him, you see all kinds of equipment on him, that is so you can deal with him running away, jumping off, and freaking out when he is encounters stuff that he doesn't like. So if we don't fix that, again, something is going to spook him, you're going to lose the dog. And he absolutely needs to learn how to rely on you, but this is a personal thing. So I can teach, and I did that, him how to rely on the human and how to read off the human, but it's an individual. So all you have to do is do what I am asking you to do, what I'm showing you to do, and build your own relationship every day. Relationship is not built during the 15 minutes of dog training. Relationship is built throughout the day. Well, mommy and daddy are the ones who follow through. So no matter what's happening, I know that I will, they will follow through. So they're reliable. I can lean on them. They will. No, good. I can lean on them. So that is the base of you guys' relationship. Make sense? There you go. All right, we're at the red barn. He's never been here, so this is first time that we are going to the red barn. So I work with them in different places, and then I take them for this test run right here. Good job. And I'm just holding them just like that, and we're going into the thing. So as far as your dog goes, okay, why do you need so much crap on your dog? Well, that's because, he's gonna stay pretty much with you, but he's not staying with you because of anything. He's staying with you because of the insecurity of the new places. Okay, so because of that, so he is not confident, and because of that, he normally stayed with you without tremendous tremendous pulling, tremendous everything. So however, when he gets scared and he panics, this is where you need your equipment to make sure that you have a way of physically stopping. So I'm gonna stop. Good, because there's people and whatever. I can't just. And there's carts, carts. I can't really show you that, so we're just gonna go. Good job. So, good job. So as you see, I'm letting him look, but I'm not stopping for him to absorb everything. Okay? So we keep going. We're just in our feet. And then I just stop sometimes, and I just stand there. Now, I do not want to teach your dog automatic anything. No automatic sits, no automatic downs. I will explain to you why. you know, in the details, and you will see it. However, if he sits by himself, good for him. If he doesn't sit by himself, oh well. If I tell him to go, you know, then he's gonna have to go. But down, down. Now I repeat twice here. Why? Because he's a new place. So I didn't correct them because of that. Now, if I will be here the second time, he's been here before, then not only that he's not going to be reinforced, I'm not going to even tell him a second time. I will correct him and make him do it. But because it's the first spot, you know, I am going to repeat myself and see if that works without, you know, escalating the situation. So again, he can look. He just have to keep going. So if there's something you want him to observe and you want him to, you know, see, let's say first time he sees whatever, horse, or I don't know what, you know, like with me, the first time he saw a horse, I stopped and I let him basically just look. And there's a lot of things going on here. And again, this is how I'm holding him. It's not a big deal. He's not doing any of this. And he is, good job. He is overwhelmed, and here's that. See, I don't know what it is. So I want to see if he was not comfortable. I'm actually going to turn around here. And yeah, this is scary. I know. See, I'm going to show him that. Every calm reaction I'm going to reinforce. Every single calm reaction. So as long as he's not freaking out, he's not doing anything, I'm just going to reinforce that. Now, if he will be, I will not let him to advance into fear. I will not. If something happens, I will show you. But you see how he's like right now a statue, more likely, because this thing is scary for him. It is. He doesn't understand what this is. So I'm gonna get him a little closer. He is not want to. Yeah, I know. See, he's looking right at it, and he doesn't understand what it is. He's not comfortable whatsoever. See how he's backed off? And he growls, actually. But I don't want him to react any other way, so. And this is why he has this equipment, because you cannot allow him to advance in these feelings, okay? And the stuff that freaks him out is the stuff that you're never going to think about. I'm gonna stop 1 second. I am gonna reinforce him, however, because he moved with me and he pretty much forgot about this. But as you can see, okay, there is stuff that freaks him out. It's such a bizarre thing, so you will never think about it. Like the statue of the horse, you know? So you gotta watch what your dog is worried about, and you kind of have to, and that was scary, right? I don't know what happened to my phone. I don't know. There you go. I don't know what happened to my phone. All right, people. So we're gonna go here. So your equipment is there. Place. Good job. No, place. Jesus. Very happy. And that's fine. See, that's all fine. Working him in this kind of crazy condition is all good. Again, don't forget that that's the best time to work him. And don't worry about changing that, meaning that, oh my God, I'm gonna have to correct him if he doesn't do it. That's fine. He'll take it, all that. He'll take all the guidance. So place is very different from downstay. So on this place, he can get up, he can move, he can go, balance. I mean, I don't even care if he jumps up and down on this thing. So place is about not leaving that spot. So he can have toys in there, he can have whatever the heck he wants to have. Like I said, he can jump, he can bark, I don't care what he does. So that is the only thing he cannot do is leave that spot. Okay, so it is much easier on the dog than the downstay, because downstay means elbows are on the ground in the same place that you put them. right? So he can't crawl, he can't change, he can't go upside down because he likes to do that, especially if it works on you. So being over submissive, if it works on you, he will manipulate you like this for the rest of his life. Because if I can just turn my belly on and have a totally, you know what I mean? So he can get away with a murder for that, because I'm sure that's what he did with you. Because the second he had a sad face, everything stopped. The pressure stopped. And he's like, yeah, well, I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is make a sad face. People actually make their dogs consistently sad. You go through these, I go through these dogs very often. It's like he's the most saddest dog at all. He has the most spoiled life. Why? Because he's having this sad face, so his owner doesn't push him to do absolutely anything. And not only that, but it's also like, anything I don't want, I just have a puss face, and that works. So the puss face and the upside down, all this submissiveness, it's the extra submissive. He's playing you, because that's what he does with dogs. He does with anything. He cannot solve the conflict. He thinks that's the only way to solve the conflict. So if you're gonna be afraid of solving the conflicts with your dog, you're never gonna make him have a happy life. So I completely, totally ignore that, and we're going into the, happy stage and work through the difficult time, and then, only then, the pressure will come off. All right, so that's that. Now we're gonna talk about the placements of the places, where you can put them, how you're gonna use them, all of this. We're gonna work, and we're gonna think about it later, okay? So no worries about all that. We'll figure it out. He's happy as he can be, but he can't be climbing off of it. So that's what I'm talking about to you. Place. Yes, good. I actually corrected him. So you probably saw in the e-collar I corrected him. And that's because I don't need this. I don't need this crap. Okay? This is not cute. This is not cute at all. Now, he does it a lot of time just to get belly rub, just to get this, just to get that. We're working right now, okay? And again, if he totally will stop or change anything that you're planning to do by just being cute, you lost the battle. Your dog is manipulating you and does whatever it is. Now, people think, well, so what? Just understand, when you're actually gonna mean to tell him to do stuff, all these experiences of him not listening to you will be the main answer he's going to give you. So just remember that. So again, I'm going to come up to reinforce him. And you see how he figured out that you see how I corrected him? I didn't say to him to anything. I kind of repeated the place, but I didn't tell him to, turn on the belly or whatever. He knows what he did. He knows what he's doing. They all know what they're doing as far as the manipulation tactics. He's sniffing it's rain coming. So you see him a lot sniffing. That's why some of these behaviors are right now, he's crazy, is because you saw that he's jumping up and down or whatever. So all this is normal, which is not normal if he is on the downstay. On downstay, I would not let him do it. Here I'm going to let him do it. All right, so I'm going to that. And if you saw how I coming over, don't release him from distance. Get up, get to him, and release him. And I will explain to you why later on. Okay, we are not doing anything distance-wise with him. Nothing. We're coming back and we're releasing the dog anywhere we left him. Okay. Good job. Yeah, good job. Good job. You notice how we're not jumping on me? We can jump, but we're not going to jump on me. Okay. Crazy. Okay. Place. Good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Okay. I didn't tell you. Come on. Place. like, well, I know that's what you're gonna say next. So there's much more playfulness allowed in this one versus downstay. Downstay is a serious thing. Okay, it's much easier. Let's go. Good job. Please. Very nice. So you always have to remember that. No, place. There you go. I didn't like that his foot was off. I don't even think he knew or noticed, but you have to, because it does have boundaries, right? So we can't have half of the dog on it. It makes no sense then when you try to enforce the rules, right? Rules are only comfortable and easy to follow and not stressful when they don't change day after day. So people think that they're being nice to the dog, then, oh, well, that's a one whole leg out, one half of the dog out. Well, so what? But then when it matters, so for example, you have a company or you have something else is going on where you need your dog to stay on that place, it could be any place, and then you start correcting it. So dog is like, what the heck is happening, right? You haven't corrected me at all in the house or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you know, your rules are changing. I mean, you were allowing me to be a half-ass on it, literally half-ass on it, right? And that's where the stressful part is, because you know, if you're wishy-washy, then we can't follow those rules, and those rules become really stressful. And then they start hating the whole situation, and then your training becomes negative. So don't change the rules. Okay. Good job. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where is your dog? Oh, okay, right here. Let him to get interested. Hey, please. Perfect. Excellent. Now you see how much comfort this also gives him. So he totally did not like that noise. And it was right outside of these bushes. So he knows how this works. You saw that he had a concern. And the thing about that is he stayed on a place, because that is something that is familiar. This is good. This is comforting. So you saw the whole facial expression, the whole decision making, all of that. So I think I'm going to stop this video because your video is already going to be so long. But you see him really loves to go into the place, really loves doing all this. So again, the couple ways that you can make this, I mean, any training negative, is by mixing up the rules because you feel different days, or letting the dog dictate what's next, letting the dog dictate when the playtime is, let a dog dictate when anything is, because that is, if the dog dictated what he will be doing when that scary thing comes over, the dog would just run. So you cannot let him dictate. So you got to create that relationship, and that positive training thinks that, hey, we all work for our money, okay? So I don't understand why people think that dogs don't have to work for their money. And they're intelligent as far as, you know, they need to be, employed, basically. They need to have a job. And you hear this all the time. Yes, I know, you're the best. They do need to have, and that's their job, listening to you and following all the rules that you created, okay? So that's the thing. So there's a squirrel or whatever it is out there, and again, he's not even thinking of breaking the place and go investigating. He has a job. Yes, and that's what he's doing. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Okay. Love you, baby. Okay. Please. Oh, crazy boy. Okay. As long as he can jump up, as long as he is... Come here. Too early. Please. He can jump up as long as he's not touching me with his paws. So that's the rule. 4 feet on the ground, or don't touch me with his paws, which is for you, it's going to be only 4 feet on the ground, because you're not going to reinforce don't touch me with the paws based on very little knowledge I know about you. Because in the process of loving him, you are not going to correct the behaviors that is not good. Having said that, you know, he's not going to have as free of the life as he potentially can if you're going to allow him to jump on people, because that will restrict his ability to actually be around people. Maybe not right away, but after a lawsuit or scratch things and whatever, definitely will. Okay. With me, see, I'm fine. Place. So don't forget that the place has 2 parts of it, going to and, you know, stay on. Stay on is a boring part, going to is a fun part. You can have games associated with that, different, you know, run from one side of the house to the place, make it places outside. We will talk about all this. One of the most, you know, useful thing for the dog to be on. So we're good. Okay. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Oh yeah, there's lizard. See? Lizard. Let's go. Nope. Good. Good. Let's go. See? There's lizard. And he's not going to get it. I did not correct him yet because I didn't have to. He's leaving it. Perfect. Down. Very nice. There's my boy. Down. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Good boy. Good job. That's my boy. That's my good boy. Go on. So it doesn't matter. We're working, playing. It's all the same thing, as you can see. Down. Perfect. Okay. Down. No, down. Good. So make sure to practice on different surfaces, because he did not want to go on the pavement, which is okay. Could be hot. Okay. But I'm not asking him to be there for too long. Right now, this is not that hot. So I still want to, hey, let's go over here. There's a shade. I want to make sure that we're doing this. Down. So we're doing it on these kind of surfaces. We're doing it on wet surfaces. We're doing it while they're raining. We're doing it consistently. Okay. Good job. Make sense? So all of this stuff, we're doing it. Go on. Now this is something that we cannot laugh, we cannot acknowledge that, because he's smart, right? So he wants to predict and gets more treats. So what he's doing is he's making them himself. Down. Good job. So only when you're telling him that he's supposed to work, not offering you stuff and then get it, right? So none of that is possible for you to reinforce, because okay. And I want to practice different things. So sometimes I practice far away, sometimes I practice close. Sometimes I go, now this is the video, so because it's a video, I'm making sure that I do it 20 times for you. Normally, I wouldn't be doing it that much unless I'm actually working on his work ethics, which is a whole... Come. So that was where the lizard was. That's where we encountered the lizard. So, okay. I want him to still go and check it out, but we don't want him to chase that lizard, right? So he's trying to find it because it was here before. He can smell it. He can definitely smell it. We're not allowed to chase the lizard. We're not allowed to chase anybody. Now he's gonna try to offer me, so I'm not interested. Down. That's where I'm interested. Okay. Down. Perfect. Now, this will 100% increase your chances of stopping the dog when necessary, because if you don't practice these things and you only call on him, and you're going to be doing excessive calling if you don't listen to me, meaning that instead of watching him following you, okay, you're going to call him a lot. We'll talk about that, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, like, this is your second, and sometimes the only way to stop the dog on a very, sharp turn, because a lot of times he's not willing to take his eyes off of something, but he is definitely willing to, go down and look at it. Down. Good. Perfect. Now you see how I'm always coming back and treating him? I don't call him, okay, to get a treat from it. I want him to know that when I tell him DOWN, what I mean is you just drop and then you wait for me to get there. That's what I mean, okay? So it's very, very, very important. One of the most important things is a baby. Yeah. Yeah, there's a baby. Yeah. So, and another thing is, yes, this is like, it makes no sense. Why does he has to constantly go and down, because there's like no reason for it. So you are working on work ethics, which means don't question me, just do what I'm asking you to do, because that is what dog is supposed to do. He can't understand this world, he can't figure this out, so he just needs to blindly listen to you which is a big difference between raising a dog and raising a kid, right? Because when you raise a kid, you're actually raising an individual that is going to guide his own life. Dog will never be guiding its own life. So it's only, yeah, let's huggy. We gotta do a huggy time. We're gonna do a huggy time. Yeah, we're doing a huggy time. Because sometimes we just want a huggy time. Which is, that's what we're doing. Huggy time. Huggy time. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, that's why, you know, there's so many differences between raising a child and raising a dog. But people just getting stuck with loving them like children, which you cannot, in order to be successful. And again, you saw that lizard? You saw what he did? Come. He backed off of it. Good job. Okay. So, because this is prey drive, right? So, the way that your dog is going to get away from you, it's going to be a couple reasons. Well, first of all, prey drive, right? So he found something that he is willing to pursue, he leaves you. Second thing is social issues. This dog is an attention whore. So if there's somebody else down, good job, offers, you know, love, snucky or whatever at the same time, he's gone. So that's what have to separate you from this whole training. Supposed to separate you between everybody and him. Now, you might or might not see how he's gonna look at me when you're actually gonna see how he's gonna look at me when I bring him back. So you're gonna see that we do have a stronger relationship than anybody else. As far as you can love him to death, but if you cannot save him and you cannot ease his stress, then this is not really, you know, he might want to go poopy. So I'm just gonna see if that's gonna, because he likes to hide his poopies, which is, again, this is a social site. Oh, just pee-pee. Okay, just marking. So this is like a first, it's been 6 weeks, I believe. So it's he is just starting to actually mark, which he didn't do at all in the beginning because it takes him a lot of time to get comfortable. This is where you come in, because his social issues really need to be under control by you. Come. Yay, big boy. That's my boy. We're done. Oh my God, 10 minutes. What is wrong with me? Okay. All right, let's go. So we are going to the supermarket. Again, I don't work here. These are two places where I take them for this, and we just see how that whole thing goes. So again, he is absolutely good walker. It's just if there's nothing going on, and if there's something going on, he has opinions that we need to desensitize him to pretty much all of it. So he can be socialized, he needs to be desensitized to a lot of these things. So this is that. Okay, there's people, there's carts, more people, more carts. No, it doesn't matter what's on the ground. We're not allow him to go and do none of that stuff. So again, when I say he can look, but he has to keep going with me so he doesn't get overwhelmed. And you saw how with the horse, that's what he did. So if you stop like this and he finds it frightening, you're just increasing this, where if you keep going, all right, then it's in the legs, then he's like, oh, okay, I saw it. I previously saw it, nothing happened. Now this is scary things. I previously saw it, nothing happened. So he is gradually going through his, generalization and desensitization and all that good stuff. I'm gonna stop here. Yes, I'm gonna stop here. So he sits by himself, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna reinforce him, but he doesn't have to sit. The reason why I don't want him to do anything is because he needs to take in the world. He doesn't need to be doing obedience when he's that overwhelmed. So you can absolutely do some once, you're in the places where he's fine with, I have no problems with it. But this is the first time he's here. He hasn't been here, so he's overwhelmed. I don't need to be pushing him for more. What I want to push him with is, you're coming with me. With me, you're safe. Doesn't matter what's going on. As long as you're with me, you are safe. That's the message, okay? So that's how you really need to keep everything going with him. So that's the objective. And again, we don't allow his feelings to develop. So the more he sees, then faster he's gonna let this go and just follow you through anything. Scary, not scary, it doesn't matter, because you are the one who is in charge and you're safe, okay? You are his safety. So please, there's some animals here, some kitties, some that, okay? He sees, he smells, everything is good. And again, we're just going by. So that's why it's important. Good job. Yeah, so he got what we want, because there's a lot of things going on, a lot of people. I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to move here. And then we're going to do this again. So I'm literally going to take him to the same place, but try to see if he's going to be still overwhelmed or he will be better. So this door is opening. And then there's also treats here. So he's still overwhelmed, but look at it, much better, right? Much better. Good job. Good job. Much better, right? So if you find that he is worried about something, take your time and do one more circle. It will serve your dog so good. So good. Come on, let's go. Yeah, the water is not for you. We're not drinking from those. Who knows who drinks from it. All right. So, there's a lot of things that are going on. And yes, good job. There's a lot of things that are going on. But again, a lot of things he just takes in, but then it's going to be that something. So as far as people and everything else, please do not allow them to touch him. Please do not allow them to interact with him unless it's your friends. There's no need for this, because it creates stress, nothing else, to your dog. And it's your obligation to keep him safe. And again, people that are unknown, he reacts. Now you think that he's happy to see them, but there's a lot of this is nervousness. A lot of it, too much for my taste. Okay, so I wouldn't let none of this stuff happen to my dog. So I don't recommend you to do the same with other dogs and everything else. Okay, good job. Perfect boy. Yeah, very good. Very good, my baby. Very good. And see, even though it's like 3 days passed by, we already have hair on it. So we're good. Yes, you did boo-boo. Made yourself a boo-boo when you were running. Love you. Down. Good job. So normally I would show you a 5-minute down stay here, but in your case, you will see different videos where your dog is going to stay much longer than that. So I don't think there is a necessity for this 5 minutes waste of time. So why is it important to do this? For you, it's extremely important. Every time you do something like that, it's going to bring the trust between you better and better and better. He doesn't want to be alone. He wants to follow you. So you leave him as far as you can. I'm going to hide behind all these bushes. I'm going to stick the phone out, showing you your dog. Okay. That's your dog over there. And again, I'm not going to be too long here because there's no need for it. However, I'm going to start coming back. So the reason why I say that to you is because he doesn't want to be there by himself. And every time he practices and you are coming back to him, what you are saying is, trust me, if I told you to do something like that, I will be back for you. So as long as you can, as far as you can, and for as different environments as you can. That will create such a strong bond between what you actually set up to do and is actually finishing. Now, never call your dog from a downstay, from a place, or anything else. In your case, it's extremely important that you stay where I left you, and I will be back for you. Right now, there is a rain, so it's a really, really good to practice, again, in different conditions. He doesn't mind the rain. He's fine. My phone is the only one who minds the rain in this case. Now, you see I'm just walking around because what I want to tell you is this is considered to be without distractions. He can do this up to 40 minutes, believe it or not. Now, would I do it for 40 minutes? No. But I would do it every chance I get. In the house, in the yard, just depends on where you're going to, end up. If you end up in the park or whatever. So I would, well, the park is kind of scary because you can't, it's got to be safe everywhere. So park was not a good example. But I'm just saying in all the safe environments. Could be just done in the house and in the different rooms that you're practicing. So I'm going to go and reinforce your dog. But the point is, let me just show you, this is kind of, all right. So the point is, good job. Very nice. Still not ready with him because I want to tell you more. So even though this is considered without distractions, even though there are so many birds, there's so many lizards, there's so many stuff that's going on. There's the birds, lizards, we have bunnies, we have neighbors' dogs, we have all kinds of stuff that flying, crawling, and squitching and walking around here. But I will practice that for a very long time. So if you call him from that, he will never, ever stay put calmly. Reason for that is because the next step is I have to go find them. Don't ever put your dog in that situation that he needs to find you. That is not a good situation to be. Just imagine being left somewhere and instead of being come back to, somebody said, well, you know what, just go find me someplace else. It's stressful and it's annoying and it's also trust breaking. So I want my dog to make sure that, really make sure that I will not, sorry, there was a text message and I got distracted. I don't know. I don't really coming back to it, so I will not be, remaking this video. So it is what it is, and sometimes I just break this. So my basic point of this is practice as long as you can, as much as you can, because this will build your relationship. If dad or mom said to me, that I should wait for them here, I will just patiently wait for them there, and they always come back, and they always get me back, and I always get reinforced, and all I have to be is a good boy who's staying there. Now, if he's protesting, he's going, he's doing whatever it is, so you gotta build that relationship. So this is a great exercise to do so. Now, downstay means he cannot be crawling, he cannot be turning, he can't be going upside down. So both elbows are on the ground at the same position that you put him in. So he's right now looking at the squirrels. Perfect. Okay, but he has to wait, and you can do it in your backyard, in your house, or anything that you have safe area. So meaning safe that nobody can come out from anywhere and get him, because that's not going to be a good, and it's going to be a trust breaking pretty much immediately. Okay, great exercise for you. And we're also going to be talking about physical following versus mental following. This goes into that, and I will explain to you why it goes into that. So once you're done, you're going to come up to the dog. Now you see he's happy, but he's not moving, right? He's not moving. So I'm going to just come up here. I'm going to do that. Reinforce your dog. Okay. Haha. Good boy. And we're off to races. So when you're sitting and he is coming in like this and demanding attention, I know you think that this is real cute and all, but he can do this, first of all day. And I know that's part of this why you like him. But this neediness, this free access to your space, to your body, to your self, okay? It gives him a very, very, very different message that, you know, you think that he's getting. All right, so you think it's just, oh, love, I always give him love, I always give him whatever. The problem with that is he is not really respecting neither your space, neither your anything. And anything that's free and everything that's available to us 24/7, we take for granted. And the dogs are pretty much the same. Now, you see, this is what I like. He came up, he didn't go to do anything. He lay down next to me. He didn't bother me anymore, because he started to bother me. Now, I worked with him on this a lot. So I will be the one that is initiate the contact. I don't want him to initiate contact. So you look at it from a standpoint of, oh, my kids, when my kids need my help or my attention or whatever, my kids get it 100%. And so that's great. This is not your kid. This is not your child. This is your pack member. In his eyes, you're no different than any other dog. So anything that he's doing to you, he's not translating to you as a human child. He's translating to you as a dog that he is. Okay? So you can love on him all you want. I will never tell you not to love your dog. But you have to make yourself a respectable figure, a figure that is fair, the figure that is strong, and the figure that is worth following to. I will talk to you about physical and emotional following. It's have a lot to do with the pack animals. So you do have to understand that you confusing him in his role going to increase that anxiety and increase those behaviors that comes with anxiety. Okay? You cannot treat him as a human child. None of your human emotions that you're portraying to him is going to be translated as love. Completely not. it will be translated a lot as weakness. And if you are the one who is weaker than him in that, realm, in that park life for him, then when the time comes for you to make a decision for him, he's going to say, why you? Who are you to make a decision? So again, love him all you want, but he can't demand it. He can't take it. He cannot just totally invade your space and invade your time and invade everything that, he wants. You cannot be 24/7 available to him, because he will ignore you when it matters. Just letting you know this whole thing, because I know this is what you love. And you're going to say, oh my God, this is so cute. And it's selfish for us to feel like we're needed and whatever. But what we're doing is we're putting ourselves lower than the dog. Because even my little dog will not allow him to enter her space 24/7, because she's actually in charge. And if you think he sees you differently than my dog or your dog or any dog, it's impossible. Okay? So before, the second I would stop petting, he would be all over me, jumping on me, climbing on me, jumping on the freaking sofa, which is, we have an outside thing, which is, we decided not to throw it out first. We decided to use it and then throw it out like this. He would be on the sofa. He would be roaming around here. He would be doing all kinds of stuff, and he wouldn't be secure. So I hope you get this message, and I hope you retrain yourself to treat the animals as they deserve to be treated, because only then that they can actually relax with you, they can follow your lead and be secure around you, because that's important, to be secure around you. We just got caught in the rain. We were working, and then the rain started, so I got caught in the rain. That's why I wanted to make this message to you. But people consistently confuse their animal with what the pack leadership looks like. And it's really, when we talk about dominance in the pack, right? We're not talking about who is stronger, who is this, who is that, who whatever. We're talking about competence. That's what you have to understand. We're talking about hierarchy of competence. Are you competent to tell me what to do when it matters, when I am fearful, when I am anxious, when I am pissy, when I am whatever my feelings are? Can you regulate them? So by being pushover in the house and being consistently, lower in the pack mentality, you cannot be the same hero that he needs when he's feeling these emotions. So I'm going to spend a lot of time doing a psychological, explanations for you, because it's very important for him. He came extremely, extremely. Now, you didn't have the time to, screw him up or do anything wrong. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, he deserves to feel secure. And as far as the love goes, for him, security is love. For him, wake up, in a safe house, have people he can trust. This is the love for him. Not, kissy things, not friggin' huggy things. Now, he demanded to enter the space because he saw that you liked it. And a lot of people liked it. And again, it's what you kind of want from humans and you don't get from humans. But there's reasons for that as well. But this is what you want. The dog who is secure, who is not pushing his will on you, and just genuinely happy. If I get up, he's going to go. We're going to go back training. He's going to go running. He's going to do all that. You have to be that marine in the forest I will be mentioning through my whole lesson. that's the way that you're going to, he has all this yard, look, all of this stuff. I mean, right now there's pretty much no rain anymore, and he likes that weather anyway. But he still sticks with me. And again, when I am actually giving him attention and he is reciprocating and all this is great, wonderful. Start. You initiate the attention. And if he wants it, okay, feel free to say no. You have to say no. You're a not 24 available chew toy for him, because that's what you're gonna get as far as the relationship goes. And he will be sleeping on me. He will be doing this to me, and he's very, very, very good. Now he's gonna try still to get me to respond to him, but that's it. So you see that he's gonna try, and I'm not going to react on this. I know this is what you love, but this is no good. Okay, what I want is, I mean, he can touch me, but I'm not gonna let him climb on you. I'm not gonna let him climb on the sofa either. So the only time when he gets my attention is when he actually behaves as non-dominant animal. And watch two dogs, right? So the one dog is consistently tapping, jumping, and interrupting the other dog's space, okay? That's not a dominant animal. So you cannot be confusing them. Oh, I'm on the couch, so I am becoming a whatever. Not, it doesn't work like that. Relationships don't work like that. They know who you are. So, and he's still pushing me to do this. So I'm just telling you this because you're gonna buy that. And then you're gonna ask yourself, why do I have no respect from him? Well, that's why. If there is ever gonna be a disrespectful situation, and again, the disrespectful situation is actually mandate. Those responses in the stress environment or whatever will demand, will actually, decide of where he's going with you, how he's feeling when he's going with you, all of these things. So now I like where he is. So I'm gonna initiate, okay? And again, I can love, I can do whatever, but now I am doing this from the more dominant standpoint. And again, when we talk about dominance, this is not because I don't love him. This is because I'm in charge of decision making, because I'm the only competent in this relationship. I'm the only one who can competently make decisions. So I know I repeat myself a lot and I say same thing different ways, but that's your weak point based on how you respond to my messages, based on how I saw when I picked your dog up, based on everything, my very limited knowledge about you guys. It's a very limited knowledge, but what I see, this is where your problems are gonna lay. It's it's inability to say no. And anybody who doesn't say no has no material force to demand anything out of the animal when it's stressed, anxious, or fearful. So that is how I want my dog. And again, he starts pushing, and again, I am not going to give him attention. And see, he gives up. He's going to do something else. But again, he's not choosing to go around do stuff and whatever it is. And, because definitely there's no rain here anymore. And also, I'm going to tell you how to handle him, doing whatever. But this is what you want. Now, what's the difference between him being right here on the couch? Okay, big ass difference. Dogs do know what they possess. So hierarchy comes in the physical form too. Down. Good job. gonna leave you right here. Okay. I don't know if you can see him or not, but probably not, but I'll leave you here. Here we are. Okay, well, I had to go get his best friend. Chair, Oma. Chair. Perfect. Okay. So I need to reinforce your boy for being good. No. Now, I wanted to reinforce him. I can't. So he's starting to crawl, which means he can't contain his excitement now. You think it's okay, it's all good, it's funny. It's not. Because when you say to him that he needs to be on a down stay, that means his elbows needs to be attached to the ground and he cannot be moving. Now again, he's not a show dog, he's not a working dog. Why is it important? Because he is a pet who, when you have to, when his life depends on it for any reason, and you have to tell him to stay where you want him to stay, with you or next proximity to you, or let's say you're got caught off guard when he's, you know, exercising, running, and being off leash, right? So if you tell him that he needs to be on a down stay, that's all he needs to be doing. He cannot be thinking, well, it's okay to be a foot later. I mean, foot different. Well, because where the foot, there's a mile, and he has to stay when you tell him to stay. So how, you know, micromanaging you're going to be on that stage. I'm not micromanaging your dog. I will never tell you to generally micromanage your dog. But when you only practice in certain things, very important things, they need to be perfect. And it's the only thing that deserves the treat. It doesn't deserve the treat half-assed things, right? So now let's see if I can, yeah, now see I can do it. Now I can do it with no problems. And I can reinforce him, and I can show him that I very much love what he is. Now, they love each other. They spend a lot of time with each other. They have a crazy time with each other. However, that doesn't mean that he can be out of control with the dog. I don't care what your other dog is doing and what the level of training is for your other dog. But he needs to listen with that other dog around. So we will practice that before I leave, as long as your dog is, you know, fine with people in the house. And, you know, it's not going to stress the dog out or whatever. I absolutely will ask you to bring the dog out after the class. Obviously cannot be dog through the class, need to be taken away. But then after that, we can absolutely get this dog, you know, to put them together. And he still needs to listen, and you need to practice like that. Uma, Uma. Now let me get a little bigger here so you can see it. Now it's very hard for him, so I'm gonna reinforce him again because her moving is hard for him. Now that doesn't mean the treats needs to be all the time. The reason why I make these videos is when you practice it first couple times, that's when you need to be doing that. Around. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, my girl. Keep going. Down. Perfect. Now again, he was trying to move. I'm gonna pause the reinforcement. I'm not gonna give it to right away, because the second you reinforce that, your dog will be moving and crawling all over the space. So you cannot be doing that. Now, I'm not correcting it. This is not a gross, gross things that's happening. Now, if he would be continuously to do this, I would correct him and put him back where he was. But he's just kind of like, oh, I'm just, moving here. No, good job. I'm just moving here and moving there. That's all I'm doing. No, that's not all you're doing. Because he's trying to gain space with her. And he's also trying to just make sure that, well, I can move. No, you cannot. Not really. You cannot be moving. Now, another thing that you absolutely have to practice is what's called cooperative feeding. So this cannot be left to the dogs to figure it out. And my recommendation is never to feed the dogs together or unattended or whatever, unless it's in this particular manner. So he needs to be okay with me feeding this dog. Okay, so I'm feeding her, and he is lip licking. He is, generally okay with all this, but see, every time I'm feeding the dog, he's good. He's fine, right? So we worked on that. Before, he was trying to run her over and do all kinds of things, right? Around. Keep going. Good job. Pass off. Pass off. Pass off. Very good. Down. Very good. Now, he almost got up. He didn't get up. Now, this was a lot of excitement from her. A lot of excitement for her. So you have to be able to play with one dog and control another. Absolutely have to be. And if you can't, then taking the two dogs somewhere and have them off leash or whatever, just know you have no control over these two animals, because the two animals is pretty much like a three animals, because they are have to mind you, but they also mind each other. So meaning you have a three-way things. What did you get on your beard? What is on your beard? What's on your beard, girl? Oh, she's funny. Anyway, share. Very good. Now, the reason why you see him a lot of times to do the lip lick and do all this, like, oh my God, is because he's trying to be good, even though it's very hard. So it's a type of stress just as much as anything else. So for him, it is a very difficult task. However, again, if you're capable of controlling your dogs, then your dog's going to have a safe and good life, because that way, you're going with, both of them. Now, I don't use the name of the dog. You obviously can, especially when you have two dogs. Or, like in my case, I actually use two different sets of commands, so I don't use names. It's just my small dog is in English, and the commands are different for my larger dogs. So when I talk to them, they know their own commands. I don't need to use the language. I don't need to use their names. And that's because I work a lot with your guys' dogs. I cannot remember the names, and that's not going to be good. So you can absolutely use a name. So I have no issues with that, but that's just something that I'm explaining to you, why you don't hear me using the name. Now, in this particular set of scenarios, when you work in two dogs in the beginning, if you say down, both of the dogs needs to go down. So it doesn't really matter. Now, this is in my case because both dogs are trained. I don't know what's happening in your case. So we can talk about this, the best way for you to handle the two dogs when I get to you. But, oh my God, look at this piece of work. And then look at this piece of work. Okay, 1 second. There you go. Look at this piece of work. Look at this piece of work. Yeah, happy piece of work. All right. So anyway, so you got that, right? So we'll based on what you have with your other dog, we will figure out the best way to handle it. It's just in my case, this is how it is. When I say come, both needs to come. When I say down, both needs to go down. So that's basically where I am. Don't fall asleep, boy. This is where I am, you know, in this training hold predicament. Now, we're also going to be talking a lot about how to handle him with other dogs. We need to talk about that because, you know, it's very, very important that you know and have an idea of how to handle him when they meet, or, you know, how to choose the dogs he plays with, because that's, you have to be extremely careful. Extremely. Your dog is getting really easily bullied, but he also might be very upset by actions of a lot of different dogs, and it might also throw him down if he gets bullied too much. And again, the bullying in dogs sometimes doesn't look like bullying. A lot of people don't know what the bullying look like in dogs, or they just think, oh, well, they're playing. Well, there's different types of play. We'll talk about that, and I'll make sure to do all that. Uma, good job. Good job. Very good. What a good kids. What my good kids. You guys ready to go play? You guys ready to go? All right, I'm gonna release him. So when I release him, I either say okay, much a very high tone, or I tap the dog. Your dog has both of those things. And you know, so again, is that okay that he turned? Absolutely, it's okay, because he's just getting comfortable, because he's been laying down for a while, and the ground not necessarily, you know, all the best. However, you don't want to reinforce it. You don't want to correct it, but you don't want to reinforce it either. Make sense? All right. Okay. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Okay, let's go.